Yo, what is good, everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to another Nintendo Switch video that I have here for you guys. And this one is going to tug the strings of my heart because it's talking about my favorite game on the Nintendo Wii U, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. We've got news from Laura Kate Dale from Let's Play Video Games that there is going to be a Super Smash Bros. For Wii U port on the Nintendo Switch, but the kicker is that the remaining Smash amiibo have been delayed until 2017 when that Super Smash Bros. Switch port arrives. Not only that, but the game, as far as the Super Smash Bros. Switch version, that is not coming at launch. That is going to be sometime in the first 6 months of the console's lifespan. So let's go ahead and get right into the rumor that Laura Kate Dale has here, which she is branding as a report. And as many of you guys know, she's been very, very accurate on what the Nintendo Switch is, on its features, what it can do, what's been announced, the games beforehand. So yes, I'm not saying this is 100%, it is still a rumor, but she's been very accurate. So let's get right into it. According to a pair of sources who we have used in the past when reporting on Switch news, we have learned that Bayonetta and Cloud Amiibo, both previously slated for a 2016 release, are now being held back to the launch alongside an upcoming Switch port of Super Smash Bros. According to our information, the port will not be launch day release of the Nintendo Switch, but it will be targeting a release in the first 6 months after the Switch hits shelves. We have not heard any confirmation that the port will contain any new content, but we have been told it will contain all the DLC from the Wii U version of the game. They've also not heard anything about GameCube controller support for the Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo is absolutely crazy if they don't support those GameCube controllers. I really want GameCube controller support. There's USB ports on there, so let's hope they put some GameCube controller support on there, because that's how I play Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, and would love to play that with my GameCube controller on the Nintendo Switch. But what do you guys think about this information here? I have a few things that I want to say. One, I think it's absolutely crucial that Nintendo gets Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U ported to the Nintendo Switch within the first 6 months of launch. Obviously, that is such a big franchise. It's such a big game. There's no way you can wait till there's going to be a fully ground up version of Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch. You need big hitters. You need people to play those games that you spent all that money and time on. Smash Bros. Has been a massive investment for Nintendo. Do not let it go to waste on the Wii U, which is selling literally like less than 30,000 units a month worldwide. Do not let that investment that you made go to waste and just wither away on Wii U when you have the Nintendo Switch that you can put that game on and keep it alive, keep more money coming in until the next one is ready to go. So I think this is a fantastic idea. Everybody who's saying that no, Nintendo shouldn't do this, you're absolutely crazy and do not understand business. This is something that needs to be done in order for Nintendo to make sure that the Nintendo Switch takes off and gets to a good start and also has games to play, because the Wii U just did not have enough games to play. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Online play, modes, and interfaces need a major overhaul. This is something that Nintendo got really wrong with Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. There are a ton of upgrades over Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii. Yes, I agree. Super Smash Bros. On the Wii Brawl, the online was trash. Smash Bros. On the Wii U, it would have been good if it was released like, I don't know, in 2007 or 2008 when it comes to the online. But Super Smash Bros. For Wii U's online interface and modes and everything that they've done in that game when it comes to online is really bad. Let's go through this just so you guys can get a feel for what I am talking about. Ranked and unranked matches with a level unlock system. I do not know why Nintendo decided that they said, or Sakurai more like it, we should not have ranked and unranked matches. Now they do have somewhat of a ranked and unranked system with 4 glory and then 4 fun, but at the same time that is not the same as having a full friend lobby, having a full unranked matches, ranked matches, and having that level cap and actually being paired with people that are near your level, because that's one thing with Super Smash Bros. You can be really good and have 10,000 wins, but it will still pair you with people that are very entry level into the Super Smash Bros. When you're playing one-on-one for glory. If they had a true ranking and unlock system, you wouldn't have those. You would not have that at all. So I think Nintendo really needs to think about that when they talk about porting this game to the Nintendo Switch, and what features will they include, because that needs a complete overhaul, because I'm tired of playing people that obviously just picked up the game yesterday and I'm over here with like 15,000 wins or however many wins that I got on Super Smash Bros. for Wii U. That's something that they really need to make sure that they address, because I think it sucks the fun out for some people when you're playing someone so much higher level than you are and you're just getting destroyed and you don't know how to counter it at all. Now, getting into the next topic. The user interface needs a clear overhaul, obviously. Showing your opponent's strength of connection when it comes to online. The Nintendo Wii U default did not have an Ethernet port on the back. A lot of people were using Wi-Fi while playing Super Smash Bros. While their brother and their sister are browsing the internet or watching YouTube videos. That creates way too much lag on a Wi-Fi connection, or their connections just aren't good enough. Why does Nintendo make us play these people that have horrible connections and we can't see how good they are beforehand? The interface with Super Smash Bros. On the Nintendo Switch needs to change so you can see the strength of the connection of each of your opponents that you are playing in the lobby, and I would say even like before the games and after the games. You need to be able to see how the connection went so you can assess if you want to play these people in the first place. That's the one thing that I really don't like, because you're really going to run into a ton of lag online and nobody wants that. That's one of the most frustrating things about playing online in Super Smash Bros. Is that the lag just gets to you so much in that game, the input delay. I would really suggest them taking a look at what the Guilty Gear franchise has done and the latest Guilty Gear games. You can actually see the frames of delay based on the lag. You can actually go to a lobby chat room area, you can walk around, you can play people at an arcade and play them, you can go talk to other people and play them. There needs to be some type of implementation from that. Stop spending time on Miiverse and doing Miiverse or War Plaza, and put that effort into actually having a War Plaza inside Super Smash Bros. To where you can go and talk to people, see their connection, and play them. That's where the time and effort needs to be spent, where people have quality connections and you can get amazing online matches of Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U. Game modes are very important. Obviously, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U has a ton of them, but when it comes to online play, it's a bit skimpy on what they offer. Yes, I talked about ranked and unranked matches, but I would love to see a lobby system with King of the Hill type mode, kind of like Street Fighter V, to where you can get 8 people in a lobby and whoever wins gets to stay on, the next person goes up. You can maybe even have custom tournaments from there. But speaking of tournaments, the tournaments in the game are quite bad. They are not anywhere near customizable enough. We should be able to easily put people on one-on-one matches in tournaments. For some reason, we can't do that at this point. We just can't, and Nintendo never provided an update to do that. So I would love to see them go into where you can fully customize your tournaments, exactly the rule set, just like you would see at the Big House or Evo or any of the Super Smash Bros. Tournaments that Nintendo actually sponsors. So I would love to see them take a couple cues from that and from the community, get the ideas, work with the top Super Smash Bros. For Wii U players in order to get their feedback and see how tournaments are actually ran and see if that can transfer over to the game. Trust me, the game will be much more enjoyable if you had full control of the tournaments that you wanted to do in the game, when and where you wanted, and how many players you want, and the type of matches. They do a good job somewhat, but it is lacking in a few areas that I would like to see them iron out for Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch. And lastly, I have a couple things as far as requests. The Nintendo 3DS, there's a lot of great stages and content on there that didn't quite make the jump over to the Nintendo Wii U. I would love to see them take all that 3DS content, remake it, put that baby in HD, and slap it on the Nintendo Switch port of Super Smash Bros. I think that would be a fantastic idea to entice some of those 3DS owners to purchase the game. Hey, you want a portable version of it? Yeah, you get the Wii U version and you get your 3DS version, all in HD, all with enhanced controls, all with enhanced game modes. Bring it on. I think that would be a massive system seller for all of those 3DS owners that did not buy the Wii U version of the game. Although the Wii U version of the game sold great, it would be really cool if it sold as good as the 3DS version. So that's one thing that I would like to see. So that's the Smash Run mode, all of the DLC, all of the stages in HD on the Nintendo Wii U. That would just be awesome. And if it's a $60 price tag, that's amazing value for those who didn't buy Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U. If you didn't buy Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U and get all of that DLC, and they offer all of that for 60 bucks, a lot of people are going to just jump at that, because the fan base was split between people buying it on the 3DS and people buying it on the Wii U. Now you're bringing those together, you're having that true unity, and I think that would be an amazing value for people to go out there and pick up. And finally, I do want to talk about one small little thing at the end here, adjusting the controls from the character select screen. That's one thing that I never understood. In order to adjust the controls in Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Wii U and for the 3DS, you have to go to a separate menu that's outside of the Smash and game modes. You should be able to adjust your controls at any point. You should be able to adjust your controls right after the match in the character select screen. Right before there should be no problem adjusting your controls. You shouldn't have to exit out when someone says, oh, my controller, I didn't want to map this, or when someone says, oh, I need to do something like that. You should be able to make your names and map them right then and there and even test it out. What's the point of separating it? Put that in the character select screen so people don't have to exit out of games and potentially disrupt online matches because someone didn't have their buttons mapped right or needed to take off tap jump or something like that. But anyways, guys, that wraps it up for my top suggestions here. I know I've made a couple videos on this matter, so you can check out my ones before, but let me know what you guys' biggest things that you want to see adjusted or put into Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo Switch. I do know one thing, a lot of people want some more single player content, so that's maybe something that you guys can talk about in the description below. But for me, I'm really focused on making sure that the online experience and the content is there first and foremost, because Smash Bros. To me is one of my favorite games of all time, and I would love to see them really just outdo themselves with this Nintendo Switch port. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips and tricks, and everything in gaming. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and we will see you for the next video. Peace.